All right. Great. Let's wait for the more attendees to join in, and then we can kickstart.
Sure. Do we have people joining now, Avnish?
Yes. Okay. Let's wait for another 1 minute. Yes. All right.
Avnish, how can we see the number of people who are joining?
So the event is live basically on LinkedIn and our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, and over there we'll have people joining in. And I just checked. I think we are close to 30 people on stage on with us now in the
Okay.
audience.
Sounds good. Let's then just wait for another 1 minute and we can kick off.
Absolutely. Gaurav, in the meantime, you can keep your screen shared and I'll present it whenever we have to.
Okay, sure.
Manjeet, I think the most of the people are going to join in on LinkedIn. So keep a tap on the LinkedIn chat window. I think over there we can address the questions that people will most probably have.
Sure, Avnish.
Yeah. All right. I think we can kickstart.
Yeah, I think. Avnish, we can
Great.
start.
Great. So very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who have joined this event with us. Thank you so much for taking out time to be the part of this event. Today, we are excited to demonstrate you the Tibco to MuleSoft migration accelerator developed by Caelius Consulting. Before diving into the demo, we'll go over our introductions. My name is Avnish Sharma. I'm the product manager for the T2M accelerator development, and I will pass it on to Munish Tadwal.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Avnish. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Munish Tadwal, Caelius Consulting, co-founder of the company based out of Dallas, Texas. Really excited and looking forward to this great presentation. Thank you. Gaurav?
Hi all, I'm Gaurav Obrai. I'm a MuleSoft architect having strong background on Java and Tibco as well. I have been integral part of this Tibco to MuleSoft accelerator and very excited to be part of this live session and demonstrate this tool with you. Thanks everyone. Over to you, Manjeet.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Hi all, myself Manjit, a former Java architect, currently working as a MuleSoft architect to develop Tipco to MuleSoft Migration Accelerator. Thank you. Yeah, Avnish.
Thanks a lot, Manjeet. So before we dive into the demo, I would like to quickly outline the agenda for today's demonstration. We'll start with the Caelius Consulting introduction and our success story, and then we'll dive into the integration process and demonstrate the T2M accelerator in front of you. We'll also have a forward-looking statement. We'll be announcing the features that we are going to embed on our tool in the near future. So without further ado, I would like to pass it on to Munish Dadwal, who can start with a quick introduction about us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Can we go to the next slide? Hi, everyone. Again, Caelius journey. Quickly, just wanted to share our journey. Basically, we have been in business for almost 6 years now, and we are a global company based out of Dallas, Texas, head office in Dallas, Texas, near shore in Canada, and 2 offshore delivery centers in India, and 5th one in Singapore. We have done around 75, 80 implementations of MuleSoft till date, and 0 red accounts. We are heading to around 300 people company in next 3 to 4 months time. Currently, we are around 230 people company. And recently we did open our office in Hyderabad also. Next slide. Yes, this is our some of our logos that we have worked on. If you see, there are logos that we have worked on, multiple verticals, multiple segments that we have worked on, right? From enterprise accounts, strat accounts to mid-market to SMB segment, and different verticals, I would say. So vast experience. And with all this experience, we wanted to bring down to now this Tibco to MuleSoft migration initiative, or Tibco takeout is how it is called in MuleSoft world nowadays. So that's what we are looking at. So next slide, please. Yeah, so briefly, I want to touch about what this, T2M Accelerator is, right? Basically, this is the current version of the Accelerator supports BW5 migration to MuleSoft. Basically, it does automated conversion of your MuleSoft Tibco projects to MuleSoft APIs, and it does a lot of work. It does automated. If you see it, it converts it into RAML. It just publishes it to Exchange also, which we'll talk more later stages. Gaurav and Manjeet will talk about it as we delve deeper into the session. It does create your archetypes, your basic API templates, right? Downloads dependencies, right? And then creates a flows, subflows. Basically, the complete definition of your API from Tibco world gets migrated onto MuleSoft side of the definition, right? Ecosystem, sorry. And in overall, what we have seen around the reduction of effort, it reduces around up to 50% of development effort. That would definitely, from cost perspective and resource perspective, it reduces around 50% of your cost. And this definitely helps you accelerate the adoption of MuleSoft, MuleSoft as a platform. And we'll delve deeper into it as we go into the next slides.
All right. Thanks a lot, Manish, for giving us a quick brief. I would like to pass it on to Gaurav Oberoi now, who's going to explain us further on what the real deal is about the T2M Accelerator. Gaurav, over to you. Yeah, your screen is visible, Gaurav. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, Manish, for explaining this T2M tool. What is the idea behind this and why we are going to use this? So coming to the next slide, let me explain how the process flows through this tool, what we have programmed and what is the outcome and what input is required for this tool. So starting from the input for this tool, which is Tibco to MuleSoft, there is an artifact which is required for as an input. So once we have identified what all integrations we want to migrate it to MuleSoft, let's say we have identified few services that can be of REST, that can be of SOAP. So let's say we have identified artifacts. We give this EAR file to the MuleSoft Accelerator. This will be our input. Going forward, let's say we have already given that EAR file. I will show you how it looks like and how the steps goes in the demonstration part. But this is I'm covering theoretically. So here, once the input is given to the accelerator, very first expectation one can have is the output of the accelerator is creating the design center project. So the accelerator is smart enough to read that ER file, understand what are the things are inside, bundled inside that ER. Corresponding to it, it is capable to generate the design center project. Once the design center project is created successfully, it will move to the next step where we publish the asset on the exchange. So we do have different sort of integrations, REST. So both of them, the asset will be created also on the exchange. So once the exchange asset is created, then starts our development work. So once the developer comes into picture after designing and publishing on the exchange, let's go to the development part where what we can expect is the tool is also capable to create a MuleSoft project for us. This will be using a defined templates sort of standardized format. What are the best practices we can expect? So those are bundled in this project. So once the skeleton of the project is created, then the dependencies, which we can talk about what we have published to Exchange, that will be added to the POM, and other dependencies, other structure will be embedded into our project, skeleton project. So next to the adding to dependency, we should be having the flows generated for us automatically. So once we already identified with the help of Accelerator, what should be the endpoints, what should be the data types that are already being covered previously. Based on that, we can expect the full flows generated in our project. So in overall, we need to just give an ER file as an artifact. The Accelerator is smart enough to generate the MuleSoft project corresponding to it. So this is all what we have covered in the Accelerator this time. This is pretty much complete this slides. I would like to move on to demo now. So Avnish, do you have anything to add, or I can move it to demonstrate?
I think we can. I think let's just delve into the demo.
Okay,
Yeah, we can start. Absolutely.
sure. Thanks. So I will quickly come to the tool itself. So let me introduce what is the tool, how it looks like. So we have two flavors of the T2M tool. One is command line, one is UI based. So in this demonstration, I would prefer to use the UI that will be more interactive and understandable. So this is the UI tool which comes up for the T2M. So here, as I explained, only an artifact which is required for us to complete our process. Let me browse one of the file, one ER file to this tool. Let's say, let's go with the step by step. Let me take first the REST project. So this is a project which is already been created in the Tibco. I'm going to just browse it. So what project name you are going to expect, I can define that PDF generator. So, and this will be the my outcome project for the MuleSoft corresponding. So I do also need to select the what is the type of the project. This is the REST project, and I would go with the automated steps, not the manual. So automated YAML creation, everything automated. So what I have done till now is just browse the file, gave the project name, selected the type. Now I'm just going to click the submit. This is one click uh, tool that will enable us to convert complete Tibco integration into MuleSoft. So let's see how it goes. I'm clicking on submit. It will demonstrate what is going in the background. So it has uploaded the file successfully till now. And now it's processing. It's tried to recognizing what all things are there in the ER file, and it will generate the corresponding things in the next steps. So yeah, so it already understood the what is going inside the ER file. Now it's creating the design center project. Post that, there is the publish to the exchange. That asset needs to be created. And now once the asset is published onto the exchange, it's downloading that particular project into local in the background, and then it's creating the MuleSoft project for us in the behind. So once it's create the MuleSoft project and adding the dependency, it will go for the scaffolding of the project, scaffolding of the flows based on the endpoints which are identified in the YAML. So this all complete our automation process. As an output, there will be a file which is downloadable as a zip. So if I click on the download, this is the file which is downloaded for me. This is nothing but the MuleSoft project, which is very much importable itself into the design center. I'm just extracting it here. Okay, well, go back here. Let's go to the where it has created the project onto design center, where it goes into the exchange. Let me go to my account and show where it's been generated. So this is the project which has been created, Mule PDF Generator API. If you go inside this project, you should be able to see that what are the data types which are being created behind the scene, what are the endpoints, all those are being created in the design center. Coming to the exchange as well in parallel, you should be able to see Mule PDF Generator API is already been published as an REST API in the exchange. So also we can see what our endpoints are there, what are the sample, post, get, everything is automated for us right now. Okay. So after design center and the exchange, let me go to the studio. We'll import that jar, which zip, which is just downloadable from the our tool. Import project. I need to browse where I have downloaded this. It goes to downloads, and this is my project. Finish. So as you see, there is a common structure followed. Implementation folder is created for us. All these are being done with the help of the tool itself. I'm opening this main file where it says API kit router, health check as a standard format. We have added the best practices. We have added the different get and post endpoints, methods for each endpoints. So all these are being generated for us automatically. We have start and end logger for each of those flows, rest all. And in the global file, we also do have the listener, API kit configuration, configuration for the properties file, YAML file, all those are already been done for us. So I will just go back and we'll run this project for. In meantime, let it run and I will showcase you how it looks like. See, there is a dependency which is already been downloaded from the exchange. So this is how it looks like. You can also go into the POM and see that dependency has been downloaded for that. So this has been downloaded from the exchange, which we have just seen right now, and scaffolded the flows based on that. So it may take some time. And for each of the endpoint which we are going to hit, we can check in the logs if which flow is being started, which we have invoked. Is it for the get, if it was for the post, for the basic understanding and following the standards we want to have in the MuleSoft. So this is all about the REST, where the RAML and the data types were involved. Let me show you how the data types have been formed. Separate files are being created in the separate folder for the data types. Examples are being created. API RAML is created. All through this has been done from the ER file automatically. Here's a different folder for the properties as well. See, there is an empty API because we are using the dependency, not directly copy pasting the RAML inside the API folder. So these are the best practices we want to have as output of this project. Okay, so the API is already been deployed. What I can do is I already have prepared Postman collection to showcase how it works. Now it's been deployed. I'm going to hit one of the endpoint which has been created and see if it gives the success response or not. Okay, so this is the success response. I'm getting 200 okay with the response. Couple of endpoints, there are a lot more, but I have created 2 or 3 endpoints to showcase once I have deployed the API and it's available as an API and it's reachable when I deploy in my local. Yeah. So not only post, we also have the get. So 200 okay. Yeah. So this is pretty much we want to cover in the rest. So we can go ahead with the SOAP right now. So this is all coming to the console. We can see which flows are being invoked in the sequential manner. First is this. This is a subflow as well. So we have logger for the subflow. We have mentioned that as a subflow. These are already being created with the help of tool. Scaffolding is auto happening and reference also to the subflows are happening through the tool. So this is pretty much for the rest. Let's go to the SOAP now. Okay.
We'd also like to add in between that in case you'll have any questions, if the time will permit, we'll be happy to address them towards the end of the demo. So please jot down anything that you have during the presentation in the chat window.
Okay. Coming back to the T2M Accelerator, we just saw how it works with the one single click of the button. It takes the input and generates the corresponding MuleSoft project for us. Going back to home, let's see for the SOAP project. So I'm again browsing that ER file, not for REST, but this time let's see for the second use case, which is employee demographics. So this is this time a SOAP project. I would like to go for the automated process. Again, I have already selected the file. I just need to click on submit. So let's see what all goes in the background. Yeah. So it starts with again with the upload of the file. It again reads that what there is in the ER file. It will automatically understand that what are the different files that it has to understand with respect to SOAP, with respect to REST. So different files are being used in the different web services. So that needs to be concentrated by the tool. So it already created the project into design center, similarly Exchange. And from the Exchange, it's downloading from the to the local, and based on that, it will be creating the flows again based on the operations which were available in the visual file in the project. So yeah. Scaffolding of the flows are done, and the project which is being created is available for us to download. Again, I'm going to download this file into my local. Okay, this is downloaded. Again, it goes to my download folder. Yeah, this is the project which has been created for me. I'm going to extract in meanwhile. Okay. This is done. Let's go back to the first step again, going to the design center. Close the tabs here. Yeah, going to design center. Sorry, I missed one point. We have to go to Exchange here. MuleSoft doesn't support the SOAP project creation in Design Center yet, but we still want to have the asset to be at least deployed onto Exchange that we have incorporated into in our tool. As you can see, this is the asset being created with the SOAP API. So this is the asset being created in Exchange. If we want to download it, so we can download this project from here, and this will give us the zip. Again, not only the single file as a visual, there are multiple options how the asset can be created for multiple web services. So again, it's not only the visual which have the operations, but the dependencies, XSDs, data types that are also bundled with the tool that also get uploaded into Exchange as an asset. Okay. So we have already downloaded this project. I'm going to import the SOAP project now, and let's see. Yeah. So very first thing which comes to the UI, that is, you can see this is a SOAP router, not the kit router. So the tool is intelligent enough to create what kind of router needs to be generated. This has all been happening. So again, the flows are being generated for us: update employee, delete employee, create employee, all the operations which are available in that ER that are created as a different endpoints in the MuleSoft. So again, I will quickly run and show one of the endpoint at least that it is working zip, which is created as an output of this tool. So as there is no, okay. Similarly, we have the loggers for the each of the flows. Similarly, what we have covered in the REST. Similarly, we can see in the SOAP API as well. Okay, the project is successfully deployed now. What I'm going to do is I have ready-made Postman collection already created for you. So these were the three endpoints we have just seen. I'm going to hit the very first one with the employee, and I'm going to hit it. Let's see the response. Okay, so this is the response. Create employee operation is completed successfully. Based on every operation, it will suggest us it's complete or not. Let me click on delete. So I just giving the employee ID that needs to be deleted, send, delete employee operation is successfully completed. So the response is 200. Okay. So this is all what we want to cover. Coming to the console, similarly, we can see what all been running in the background. Okay. So this is all. I'm very happy this worked, and this is a very powerful tool that is helpful for the migration of Tibco to MuleSoft. Yeah, over to you, Nish. That's all I want to demonstrate in this.
Thanks a lot, Gaurav, for such an extensive demo of both the REST and the SOAP-based services.
Sure.
Going forward from here, again, I would request our viewers, if they have any questions, they may post that on the chat window, and we'll be happy to address them.
Perfect.
Moving on from here, I would like to have a quick recap. And Manish Dwal, I would request you if you want to give a quick
Sure.
recap of the T2M to our viewers.
Absolutely. Thanks, Avnish. Thanks, Gaurav, for the great presentation. Thank you. Like Gaurav mentioned, right, during his demo, right, we have 4 steps that went through the complete process. One was reading the year file, the artifacts from Tibco, taking those artifacts, converting the definitions on the design center, right, publishing it to Exchange, then creating the scaffolding of the project, right, creating the template, downloading the dependencies, creating the flows, subflows, right, and I mean, the project is ready to be used, right? And then, like Gaurav showed, right, at the end of it, from Postman collection, we were even able to hit those endpoints that were exposed. So absolutely great tool. A lot of reduction in the effort. If you think about this, if this has to be done manually, this might take like at least 40 hours to just convert all this, and then fat fingering and other mistakes, keep those aside, at least 40 hours of work, right? So absolutely reduces the what should I say, development effort by at least 50%, I would say. Yeah, please socialize it and let us know if you have any questions. More than happy to answer them and go from there.
Thanks a lot, Manish, for the quick recap. Also, would like to throw some light on the forward-looking statement. We are continuously in the process of developing the tool, and we have reached to a stage where we have developed more features on the tool and currently are in the phase of testing. A few of those features are the Tibco Business Works 6 support that will roll out in end of August. Apart from that, we'll also have the messaging support that will be rolling out on the first week of September. And along with that, XPath to DataV migration. And we are looking to target the release of this feature on second week of September 2023.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, sorry. Just to add to what just Avnish mentioned, right? All these features that we are rolling out are based out of our customers, right? We have rolled out this product to a few of our enterprise and start accounts. And based on their needs, we are incorporating certain features into our product. But this product, as of now, is being used by 3 customers just for migration to MuleSoft. So one of the, I mean, and all of them are strat accounts, right, with 200 plus APIs on MuleSoft that are on Tibco that are there, and they are getting migrated here. So there might be more features we add depending on the feedback we get from the field or from the customers where we roll it out. But absolutely, these 3 are the top ones that we are working on incorporating it back into our product. So it's more mature, more aligned with customer requirements. And add maturity to the product. Sorry, go ahead, Avnish.
absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Manish. So that is all about it, about the today's demo. I hope you found our session insightful for your integration needs. In case you'll have any questions, just feel free to send out an email to us at t2m_engineering@caeliusconsulting.com, and we'll be getting back to you with the answers to your questions. I wish you, along with my team, a very best for your successful integration journey. Thank you for joining this session today. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, team. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining this conversation. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.